So there's no dispute in this case that Routh killed Kyle in Littlefield. The real issue is, did he know his actions were wrong?
And Sebastian was reporting there about this text message exchange that Chris Kyle and Chad Littlefield had on their way to the gun range, saying to watch out, that this guy is nuts, is what he said. How significant will that piece of information be, you think?
That piece of information is helpful to the defense. Clearly, Routh was acting strange, and clearly, Routh has a history of mental illness. The defense did a really good job of highlighting what the evidence will show of 6 hospitalizations because of mental illness the year and a half prior to the shootings.
But when we go back to the state's position on this, them trying to prove that Routh knew what he was doing, that he was not insane. Of course, the burden is on the defense to prove that he was insane.
Exactly right. So the state certainly has the burden of proof that he actually killed these 2 men, but Routh has the burden of proof only by a preponderance of the evidence. So it's a different standard, but they have to prove that it's more likely than not that he did not know his actions were wrong. It's important to note, and the prosecutor is going to hone in on this point, I believe, during the trial. Mental illness does not equal legal insanity. Legal insanity is a different, much higher standard. I believe there's no question Eddie Routh is mentally ill. But I do think there's a question at this point as to whether or not he knew his actions were right or wrong.
And I'd like to talk a little bit more about the jury itself. We've got 12 people, 10 women, and 2 men. The significance of that, you think?
I do think it's significant. I think that, well, the jury research shows that women are more likely and more open to consider the effects and results of mental illness. And so I think it's probably plays more in the hands of the defense than the prosecution.